Okay, guys, so welcome. So we're on the last series of this 4 functions of product packaging segment, and we're really excited that y'all been rocking with us. So if you have not checked out parts 1 through 3, you can click the links that are down below to access it, or you make sure you just are on our email list so you get the notifications automatically directly to your inbox so you don't miss anything, okay? But we've, so on this mini series, we are talking about the 4 main functions of product packaging, and you can visit the other videos to access those independently. But for this segment, we're going to be talking about transportation. And so a lot of times people say, well, why should I be considering transportation as part of packaging? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Well, I thought packaging was just a box. It's so much more than just a box, okay? I'm here to break it to you. It's more than just a box. However, that box does help from a transportation standpoint. And so hear me out. Contingent upon what type of products you are shipping out, that you are creating, impacts what size box or packaging you utilize for your transportation method, okay? So there's a lot of elements to consider around transportation of packaging. So we'll talk about a few of them here. So first, I talked about your shipping boxes, how you get products to and from your headquarters or your fulfillment center to the end consumer. So thinking about the transportation and how you're actually containing the products and protecting them, which we talked about on the other functions of product packaging, remember? So how I contain it and protect my contents inside of the box to ensure the proper transportation of it to and from to get to my end consumer. So thinking about the size of the box, how much weight it can support in the box, contingent upon what I'm shipping out, I need to be thinking about this and understand this as part of my functions of product packaging, okay? Next thing I need to be thinking about is contingent upon if I am working with a private label manufacturer, small batch manufacturer, or whomever it may be to create my formulas and create my products itself, I have to consider the transportation of those goods to and from the next destination. So to give an example, if I was creating just say I'm creating a hyaluronic acid serum that I want to put into a dropper bottle, I have to acquire the dropper bottle from a supplier. So I have to coordinate the transportation of those glass dropper bottles. I forgot to say that it's a glass dropper bottle. I have to coordinate the transportation of those glass dropper bottles to the next destination. Let's just say my contract manufacturer to fill my glass dropper bottles. So I am having to think about the transportation from my supplier that's providing me with the dropper bottles to the contract manufacturer who's going to be producing my hyaluronic acid serum. Okay, so that's one aspect of transportation I'm having to think about. So what's the master cartons? How many products are shipped inside of a case? How is it protected? And more. So then once it gets to the contract manufacturer, they fill my glass dropper bottles and such, and now they're ready for shipment of the finished good products to my fulfillment center. Okay, so now I need to ensure and think about the transportation of the finished good product that my dropper bottles are filled with my hyaluronic acid serum to then get it shipped to my fulfillment center, who's going to be shipping the products out on my behalf to my end consumer. Okay, and so I'm having to think about the transportation of those finished good products, my hyaluronic acid serum that's housed in my glass dropper bottle, to ensure that it arrives to my fulfillment center intact. Okay, so that's where we talked about containment and protection once again, right? So you start to see how all this is going hand in hand. So now my fulfillment center receives the goods, and they may see that, certain products are damaged or whatever the case may be, or it was not enough protection inside of it and whatnot. So I'm having to account for those things as well. And now I have to get my products to my consumer who purchased the product. And so now I need to think about the transportation of getting that finished good product to my consumer. And so based upon the size of my content, let's just say it's a 2-ounce dropper bottle for my hyaluronic acid serum. I am creating this 2-ounce product, and I need to ensure that I'm utilizing the right size shipping box, because the size of the shipping box impacts the pricing for shipping as well. So I need to be thinking about all of these. But you see how I gave you an example and walking through different aspects of transportation and how I need to consider each of these through each of the steps as well. And so you should too. And so if you're not considering this and also the functions of product packaging, I highly encourage you to look in the links that are down below and schedule a consultation call with us, because we want to ensure that you're thinking about all of these elements through your product development cycle and ensure that you're not missing anything or have any gaps in reference of your particular product that is being created. So with that being stated, we are wrapping up for our 4 main functions of product packaging segment. And so to give you a recap of the 4 main functions we talked about containment, we talked about protection, we talked about promotion, and then lastly, we talked about transportation. And so if you do not have any of these 4 functions of product packaging at the forefront of your mind, then you may be going down a rabbit hole that's too far deep and it's going to be hard to get back up. And that's where we at Gear Level Consulting help you with that, to ensure that you have the right things in place based upon the function of the product packaging to ensure that it's a good fit for you, okay? So with that being said, if you would like to learn more of how we can help aid in your development, make sure you click the links that are down below and such. Make sure you are subscribed to our email list so you get these emails and these nuggets delivered to you before it drops and such, as well as to help aid in your pursuits, okay? So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in for this Pimp Your Packaging segment. We look forward to seeing you and helping you in your respective pursuits.